Hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here, and what a day it has been. A lot of breaking news overnight and this morning here in London, England. We had a huge fire from a high-rise there, and several deaths were reported. A very unfortunate and sad tragedy. Then here in the United States, we had a near atrocity occur with a shooting this morning near Washington, D.C., of targets several congressmen. And both of those events together formed what I think helped to raise gold and silver prices, along with fear of what the Fed would say, even though most people knew that the Fed would raise the rates. But as we know, it's the commentary that follows and the statements by the Fed chairwoman that has an effect. And as I mentioned in a previous video, that effect made it occur with one word. Well, with the spot price raising most of the day today, we thought for sure that they were just going to climb even higher. And with the stock market and with the Feds raising the rate, but mainly because of these two events. And also, not only that, but there is 3 aircraft carriers getting closer, and to North Korea, and there's defiance and there's fear of what could happen in that situation. And so we saw the spot prices raise up a little bit earlier today. Well, the Fed had its meeting at 2 o'clock, or had its announcement at 2 o'clock after meeting for 2 days, and the rates did go up as expected, a quarter a point. But Janet Yellen made the announcement that we are going to see steady growth through the next quarter or so, and the economy is healthy at this point in time, and that had a direct effect on the spot gold and silver prices. They fell right back into line. So essentially, that increase was a blip on the radar, and it's quite interesting indeed. It's almost as if the fear that was there before lunch calmed down after lunch, with Janet Yellen saying that the economy is doing just fine. Now, what this means for the long haul, who knows? And when I say long haul, I mean a relatively short haul, because July 5th, as I mentioned in a prior video, is just around the corner. And who knows what will happen according to what's been predicted. On that video, we saw a lot of comments, a lot of skepticism, and I'm one of those skeptics as well. It's kind of a wait and see. I just thought it was such a bold claim that there's going to be a lot of velocity in the markets and a lot of movement of the physical gold and silver, that it could cause an upswing in price, according to Andrew Maguire. But we shall see what happens. In other words, will it cause selling of the paper in exchange for the physical? It will all turn out in the end. Something we'll find out something soon enough as to whether or not that those transactions will take place. And so if they will take place as predicted, then it could be that today's smackdown, so to speak, back to reality, is back to what has been planned for a while, so that more acquisitions can take place. But you liken it to a beach ball that's in a pool of water. You can only keep it down so long. There's this talk about the supply of gold and silver that's out there, and we know silver is pretty plentiful. There may be bottlenecks in the path and its in production, but it's out there. Gold is obviously more rare, and that's reflected in the price. Will it squeeze up? Who knows? But nonetheless, these events that occurred today were quite extraordinary, and last night in London. And my prayers go out to the people of London through that horrible fire, and my prayers go to the families and all those involved with the victims of the shooting this morning near Washington, D.C. Any kind of event could occur that could be, quote, the Black Swan event. And that's kind of what this video is about. So post your thoughts below on what you think is that black swan, or could be that black swan. Is it war, unseen circumstances? What defines a black swan event in your eyes? So post your thoughts below. I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude you all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.